Hi everybody, for today's workout we're going to do 4 paired up exercises. Each pair is going to be made of 2 exercises that kind of complement each other and work kind of different movements and different muscles of the body. So again, we'll do 4 pairs. I'll coach them up and cue them up first, and then go ahead, pause me, and get through 2 or 3 or maybe 4 rounds of each of these. We're looking at probably about 10 reps per each exercise, but I'll give you more specific information as we get to it. So for our first pair, we're going to do a lateral lunge with a dumbbell row and then a plank variation. So go ahead and grab a dumbbell. If you don't have that, really you can grab anything that's kind of an appropriate weight for you to row and lift up. So you can load up a backpack, case of water, whatever you have around the house. So for our lateral lunge, we're going to step out to the side, push my hips back, and let my chest sink down. So from the side, step out to the side away from the camera. I'm going to push my hips back, let my chest sink. You'll notice my knee over here stays right about over my foot. It's not traveling too far forward because my hips are doing the movement back. So now we're going to add a row at the bottom of this position. We'll step out to the side, sink the hips, let my chest come down. We're going to have a dumbbell in place on the floor here so I can perform my row, and then we'll press back to the start. It can be helpful to use your off arm to brace the leg a little bit. Feel free to do that if you have any lower back pain or if you need a little bit of help with stability. So we'll brace, pull our row. Nothing moves while we're doing that row. Hips stay right where they are. We'll push back to the start. So let's get about 8 to 10 on each of those. 8 to 10 in a row, and then switch sides. Second exercise is going to be a plank with a reach and rotate. So we'll start in a hand plank with our feet about shoulder width. We're going to push into the floor with one arm and reach up to the ceiling with the other. And we'll rotate. Let's go for about 10 on each arm there. Get a few rounds through that circuit. Pause me and come back. We'll get to the second pair. Okay, second pair, we're just going to do some in-place lunges, but we'll have kind of an offset load here. So let's just have one side weighted. Whichever leg is in front, that hand is going to be holding a dumbbell, a backpack, a case of water, just some kind of resistance if you'd like. So for our lunges, again, we're thinking about sitting our hips back, letting the chest come down a little bit. From the side, hips come back. Chest sinks down. I close down this gap between my torso and my leg. So I don't want you straight up and down. Hips back, chest down. So let's go about 10 in a row and then switch sides. Second exercise is going to be a glute bridge with a one-arm dumbbell press. So I'll have you hold the glute bridge here. Grab your dumbbell or whatever you're pressing. So we'll hold the glute bridge the entire time, and then let's get 10 reps on each side with presses. If the weight you have is too easy for 10, go ahead and go higher. If it's a little heavy, go ahead and go lower. So pause me. Let's get about 2 to 4 rotations through that, and we'll come back with our third pair. All right, we're going to grab our backpack now, load this up with either the weights you have or canned food, whatever you got for some resistance. Go ahead and throw it on. I think it helps to tighten the straps just a little bit for this. And then all we have is squats from here. So arms across the chest, arms out. Feel free to use a couch or an ottoman to do a box squat to sit down to. But let's get some loaded squats here. Then we're going to take this backpack and use it for some rows. So I'm going to elevate my hand here. We'll be in an elevated plank. And now I have my loaded backpack for rows. Again, about 10, but enough to challenge yourself with whatever weight you have available. About 10 on each side there. So go ahead through your few rounds of those, that pair, and then we'll get back to our fourth pair. Last pair of exercises, we're going to do push-up negatives and some what are called dead bugs. So for push-up negatives, all we're doing is kind of the down portion of the push-up. The idea is to control and lower your body down to the floor. So we want everything in one piece, abs really tight. We don't want the chest or the hips leading the way. If you can do a push-up back up, great. If not, just drop to your knees and do a knee push-up. And then repeat. As slow and controlled as you can on the way down, the better. And then dead bugs to finish. So now we're thinking really tight abs the whole time. Not going to let my lower back pop up off the floor too much. Keep those abs tight. Reach opposite arm and leg. So abs should be working the whole time, holding on as you reach those arms and legs. About 10 each on each side there. Go ahead through that fourth and final pair about 2 to 4 times. Hope this was a good workout, and I'll see you soon.